All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. And today, we're going to be tackling something that I know is going to come up in your next senior software engineer interview, if it hasn't already, and that is microservice migration strategies.
Yeah, these are always tricky, but we've got three solid patterns to help you ace those questions.
Yeah, so the scenario is you're in that interview, and the hiring manager says, hey, we've got this huge, monolithic application. How would you go about breaking it down into microservices and your palms start to sweat a little bit?
Oh yeah, but don't worry, that's where this Strangler Fig Pattern comes in.
The Strangler Fig Pattern, okay.
Yeah, think of it like this. Instead of ripping and replacing the entire monolith, you slowly strangle it with new microservices using a proxy to redirect traffic from the monolith to these new services.
Okay, so I get the visual.
Yeah.
But in a real-world scenario, separating a tightly coupled monolith, that seems like it'd be incredibly complex.
It definitely can be one of the biggest challenges is managing data consistency between the monolith and the new microservices.
Right.
Right? You could have data duplicated or inconsistent states if you're not careful.
Right.
That's why thorough system analysis up front is crucial. You need to identify clear boundaries for your microservices and plan your data migration strategy meticulously.
So it sounds like the Strangler Fig is great for minimizing disruption to a live system, but it requires a lot of careful planning.
Absolutely.
What about situations where you need even more caution, say with mission-critical features?
Well, in those cases, the parallel run pattern is a great option. Instead of redirecting traffic, you run both the monolith and the new microservice side by side, serving the same requests. And this way you can compare results and ensure the new service is working correctly before making the switch.
Okay, so it's like a safety net. If the new microservice has any problems, the monolith is still there.
Exactly, and it's especially valuable when you're dealing with things like payment processing or sensitive user data, where any errors could have major consequences.
Right, it's like the belt and suspenders approach.
Yeah.
So we've covered gradual replacement with the Strangler Fig and the super safe parallel run. But what if you want to be able to quickly switch back and forth between the old and new systems, or even test different versions?
Well, for that, you would use feature toggles. Imagine you're rolling out a new search algorithm with feature toggles. You can enable the new algorithm for, say, 10% of your users, while the other 90% remain on the old system. And this allows you to monitor performance and gather feedback before fully committing.
So it's like having a control panel for your application where you can switch features on and off or even A/B test different implementations. From a developer's perspective,
Yeah.
how complex is it to implement these feature toggles effectively?
Well, it depends on the system, but there are well-established frameworks and libraries that can really streamline the process.
Yeah.
The key is to think about feature toggles from the beginning of your development cycle and design them in a way that's easy to manage.
Okay, so just like with the other patterns, careful planning and good architecture are essential. All right, so let's recap. We've got the Strangler Fig for gradual migrations, parallel run for maximum safety, and feature toggles for control experimentation and rollbacks. No one-size-fits-all solution here.
Absolutely not when you're asked about microservice migration in an interview. The key is to show that you understand the trade-offs involved with each pattern. Can you assess the complexity of the existing system? Can you evaluate the organization's risk tolerance? These are the factors that will determine the best approach for a given scenario.
And being able to articulate that decision-making process, I imagine, would really impress an interviewer.
Oh, for sure. It shows you can think critically and strategically about system design, which is a valuable skill for any senior engineer.
Absolutely. So for all you senior engineers out there prepping for interviews, here's something to ponder. Think of a real-world application you're familiar with. How would you approach migrating it to microservices? What factors would influence your choice of pattern? And how would you explain your reasoning to a potential employer by thinking through these scenarios? You'll be well prepared to tackle those tough interview questions and demonstrate your expertise. Yeah, good luck out there. All right, that's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
See ya.